campaigns while we go to the market, the first problem is becoming the reaching people, trying to attract them and trying to take them to the website. But once they are in website, I'm seeing lots of problems that most of the companies are forgetting about how to engage with them, turning the anonymous visitors into potential leads. Also, the attendees, if you've got any problem about the website development, website management, or turning the website's visitors into leads, feel free to share it at the chat and we will try to address them. Pratik, why this website engagement is essential for the brands, and what are the best practices? If you can give some HubSpot examples, that will be also great.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that. And I think to anyone who's running a business, it's your website is basically your online shopfront. People won't be able to come to your office, so the next best thing is that they go to your website. Now, when you think of it as your actual brick and mortar shop, if someone comes to your shop, would you like to have, seating arrangement for them? Would you like to offer them a glass of water? Would you like a specific part in your office where they can speak to someone, ask what is it that they need, and then maybe, they can assist them with a product offering, walk them through the solution, and eventually, close the deal, assist them, and maybe if they want to come back for a renewal, for a follow-up, to make a payment, they can always come back to your office. The big difference between your office and your website is that your office shuts down at 5, whereas your website, it remains open 24/7. So if you've put the latest air conditioning, the best carpets and hired the best team for your office, why compromise on your website, which is most likely going to be the first point of contact someone is going to have with your business. Even the address of your office is going to be listed on the website. So it will be the first touch point. Now, obviously, having a website has kind of become a prerequisite. Everybody has one. The big difference is it going to be just a very plain vanilla online business card for your business, or do you actually want it to generate business for you? If you want it to generate business, and while I talk, I get carried away, so I have to tell this to people. So if you, in the last 1 week, have seen a website that was absolutely phenomenal, that was really, really good, and you kind of left a mark, put that in the comments. On the other hand, if you've also come across a website that was absolutely horrible and you were like, who made this site and why does this exist? Put that in the chat as well. And we'd be happy to take a look at it and use a real life use case. So going back to the website, what are some of the most common websites that we go to? So I think all of us go to, let's say, Amazon. We all do online shopping. There's a lot of research, a lot of investment, and a lot of constant upgrade that goes into something like Amazon, where the UX or the user experience is paramount. They want to remove as much friction as possible from your experience. So if you remember, if we go back 5 years in the history of the websites, every website used to have a button or a form that said, click here to find out more, or click here and somebody will get back to you if you're lucky. And if we get the email, it's being constantly, more and more sites are going for something like a chat where chat with one of our agents right now, or would you like to book a time with one of our people straight away? So I think user experience becomes paramount. The second is tracking a user's behavior. So if I'm a first-time visitor on your website, should I be shown a very compelling offer that makes me stick around? On an average, people spend less than 10 seconds on a website. They literally go to a website, go, nah. It's the human being, our attention span is reducing with every passing day. A good example of that is when we go to watch a movie, even we go with the single aim of going to the cinema and watching a movie. While the credits are still rolling or the banner is still coming up on the screen, what do? Pull out our phone and check our social media in those 35 seconds that we have. Because, that's 35 seconds wasted. We have less patience and we want to utilize and multitask a lot more. The same with websites. If there's nothing compelling, if there's nothing engaging, people are going to come to your site and they're going to leave in less than 5 seconds. They'll just look at, I don't know, it says fill a form. No, I'll go somewhere else. So make sure, you only get one chance to make a first impression. Make sure it's a solid one. So keep in mind a couple of different things. One of them is if you already know the visitor, whether you're tracking them through cookies, whether they're an existing customer, if you have a system in place where you're able to identify the visitor to the website, give them a very, very personalized, a very bespoke experience. So if I'm an existing customer who's bought $100,000 worth of products from you, you shouldn't show me the click here to book time with sales button, because I'd be like, are you kidding me? Like there's no delight. There's nothing special for me. I've already bought so much product from you. On the other hand, I should be shown a piece of content, something like, we're very proud to have you as a customer, or we hope you're really enjoying product X, which was the last product that I bought from you. So unless you can personalize that, the experience would remain very, very vanilla. And I think this becomes, especially, because Erin, you mentioned you work with a lot of startups, you mentor a lot of startups. The big problem is they've got phenomenal, really good ideas, really, really smart people making a bunch of really smart products and services, but people don't know about it yet. And unless you can have testimonials, unless you can have case studies or used cases, it's very hard to put, as a customer, to put your trust in a brand new product that's still in its startup stage. So maybe people buy from people they trust. So maybe put a lot of testimonials on your website, where instead of saying buy now or book some meeting, book a meeting, just say, don't book a meeting, listen to these 3 guys who bought from us last month and see how happy they are. So depending on what you're trying to do, whether you're a startup, whether you're an established business like Amazon, despite being the market leader, they continuously, if you track their website month on month, it changes, the flow changes, they keep experimenting with new UX parameters. So I would say, don't leave it in the hands of destiny for people to find the good stuff. They shouldn't have to dig the good stuff in your website. We all know it's in there somewhere. Human beings they're losing their patience, and people have less and less patience. They want to be presented with what's most relevant to them straight up within the first 10 seconds. So that make sure your business, your website is doing that.